And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? No. The baby, too. Hello everybody, Rommie Lee here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Now, I'm really having fun with this game, so I think I might switch things up a bit and try focusing on a single game. I don't know if it'll help, but I'm desperate to try anything new. I kind of don't want to neglect Attack on Titan though, because I've noticed those have actually gotten, you know, more views than I normally get. And I hate that I follow that game too, but I don't know. I'm damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? But in better news, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean was finally announced. It's only 4 months away. We got a really awesome trailer. I'm really excited, but I thought it's strange that Netflix somehow got like the sole rights to it. That's just not good. I mean, I would assume Crunchyroll would have it, but either way, I can't wait to have that anime start. I learned it mostly takes place in prison, which is kind of disappointing, but who knows? But without further ado, we have a case to solve. Where we last left off. Wait, which one's? Oh, this one. Where we last left off, we were trying to prove the presence of a woman who was at the... I forgot the name of the restaurant, the Le Carnival. We proved that the English professor wasn't able to eat because of his dental work. He could only drink water, and there was clearly a half-eaten steak. So, without further ado, everyone, come and join me, and let's try and enjoy a nice time together. Now watch, I'm not gonna know, like, the connective tissue, what I was doing before, and I'm gonna get stuck. And yes, I know, I can't really do voices all that well, leave me alone. I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryunosuke? Yeah. Yes, most definitely. So, having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat? Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? Not gonna lie, the steak looks good. And even though it's black and white and kind of grainy, I could tell that it's the perfect rarity. I can't consider this a hot take, but do you prefer your steak well done? Because that's kind of considered like a faux pas of steak. Like, I like it just a little bit pink. Oh, clearly it's the lady. The mysterious lady in red. The court will now hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. Don't even get me started on puzzles, man. I love puzzle games, and I wish the Layton series hadn't stopped, because now that the Switch is out, well, oh, if they ever release like a trilogy, you better believe that I'm playing on this channel. Though I hate that a lot of the puzzles were like calculus and math stuff like that. I assume you're ready, counsel. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. Don't say that to me, because I'll screw everything up. This is the start of your turning this this is the start of you turning this trial around. Show them what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been me. No, the victim himself. An as of yet unknown third party. Yeah, slam that table. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. She was very beautiful. When the incident occurred, We know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Maybe he threw caution to the wind. I mean, don't get me wrong. I could be going through intense dental pain. A delicious steak? Oh, you better believe, especially with... I'm gonna admit, and you'll probably hate me for this, I'm not a fan of A1 steak sauce, but barbecue sauce on steak, you better believe I'll suffer through horrible pain to eat that. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else there eating it. Oh, that checks out. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. Now get him out of here. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, you'll answer to me. We will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Man, Kazuma is a frickin'... I'm not one to, like, copy memes. Well, I don't know, it's not a meme, but you know, like, people say poggers and stuff like that. That's him right now. Kazuma! Are you insane? You would take on the government? You better believe it. Don't worry, Counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. Word? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, and of course I'm stuffed up in my nose. I can never... I wonder how my videos and audio would be if I could actually speak with a clear frickin' voice. Excuse me. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when given your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? No. The baby, too. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. Good soldiers follow orders. That's right, as the man says. Just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Wow, way to, like, admit it. Oh, I really fucked up, didn't I? What? What did you just say? I was gonna say Kurateka again. Kurakuda-san? Oh, I'm having a heart attack. No. You were just following orders? Now, hold on, lad. I'm old, the mind, it doesn't work so well as it used to. Say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean... I forgot to close my roommate's door. His AC's gonna pop up in the audio, maybe. Oh, there's the Ted Striggs I like to hear. You saw the victim with a lady from overseas. Nani? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Just one simple slip of the tongue. You can't take anything I say to heart. I'm really old, you see. Order, counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? That's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke, judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that... Oh, no, it's still... I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there's only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. I want answers! If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god, I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this, Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just gonna have to close my eyes and shout out the first thing that comes into my head. Ryunosuke. Damn it. Uh-oh. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... I'm gonna... a medical school professor. Wait. I don't get to... Oh, shoot.
5 minutes later.
Well, look, he's just a waiter. I'm sorry, I'll go with Mikotoba. I think that's supposed to be the obvious choice here. Well, let's go. There! What do you make of that? I don't like that. That's usually how you know you got it wrong. Alright, so yeah, that's all we had to do. And I'm a big dummy, and I wasted your time. I'm sorry. But I love you anyways. Alright, get on with it. Take this! Well, surely that would be Sotaru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier? Poppycock! Oh, you can't say that on YouTube. What possible reason would the waiter have to make these witnesses give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. If he truly were? What are you on about? Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit this court with the truth. The truth about Sotaru Hosonaga-san's real identity as proven by this evidence. This one right here. Take this! The plan of the restaurant sketched by the man in question. I agree it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency. That's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. What? I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front. Yes, it's the front of the back of the card. Ryunosuke's fun. That's where the telling detail is. What? Let me see here. Yes. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student is trying to say? Hosonaga-san sketched a plan of the restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession. His true profession. The waiter's profession? But that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector, Primary Criminal Investigation Division. That's quite a title. Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power. Absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses there in the stand. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... Oh dear. I just want my coin. Uh-oh. Oh, it's on now. You know it's serious when the opera music begins. Inspector Hosonaga! Now there's 3 of them? This is getting out of hand. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well... Is there a problem? Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. Why yes, that was just like 10 minutes ago. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. Uh-oh. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say, you really are a detective? Oh, but I'm so much more. But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Of course, your salary... I was working undercover. Undercover? Did Ryunosuke really thought he was moonlighting because he didn't make enough money? Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they were unrelated to the case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the 2 witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence, having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? I'm bleeding. Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable! Throw him in jail! As I suspected. Uh-oh. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what had happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So, the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the Bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders? You mean to say, remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once? It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? What are you doing? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. What? The Empire views the friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So, that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. You're gonna sell me down the river? I didn't even do anything. Again, someone say something, please. The silence is deafening. One possibility does spring to mind. What? What do you mean, Kazuma? Yume University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them, studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory, is a young Englishwoman. What? Nani? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean, when I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. No. The Englishwoman sitting at the darn it. Oh. At the university professor's table was a certain Miss Jezebel... Damn it. Jeziel Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of Yume University's medical faculty. What is happening here? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene, and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. I apologize. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. You're all guilty. Very well. My thoughts on the matter are as follows. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particularly critical premise. Namely, that the victim was dining alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the new deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceedings of my courtroom. Ew. Inspector Hosonaga. Yes, sir. You will locate this Jeziel Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So, it won't be a problem? I mean, you probably don't got much time, but... Oh dear. Nothing will get in my way. Well, Hosanaga's actually pretty cool. Dies. Court will adjourn briefly. The prosecution must call the English student, Jesiel Brett, to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency! Good. Then we'll have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. Join me in the courtyard for dodgeball. It will be fun. I was pretty good back in my day. You all better be ready. To be continued. Oh, I was gonna leave it off there, but... Oh. Well, look, 30 minutes. That's a good place to, you know, leave it off. Sorry if my voice was a little weaker than the previous videos. But, well, this case is really, really shaping up. I like it. And next time, things are probably going to heat up even more. The drama, the intrigue. I've missed the Ace Attorney games. But, once again, this has been Rommie Lee. If you haven't seen the trailer for Stone Ocean, look it up on YouTube. It's going to be great. Although we get to further see Jotaro being a disappointment of a character. That never sits right with me. But, once again, this has been Rommie Lee. And, wait, did I already say that? Ugh. Whatever. If you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you all next time. See you around.